What if the first warning sign that your health is slipping wasn't in your heart or your memory, but in your pants? It's true. For millions of men over 60, that feeling of tightness, numbness, or just not being yourself down there isn't just frustrating. It's your body trying to tell you something. A gentle whisper that blood isn't flowing like it used to. That your manhood, your confidence might be slowly starving from the inside out. And no, it's not just old age, it's a circulation crisis. But here's the good news. You can change it, starting today, without pills, without embarrassment, and without waiting for another disappointing doctor's visit. After listening to thousands of men who felt like something was slipping away, one truth stands out. Your food choices can bring it back. In this video, you'll discover the 3 most powerful foods you can start eating right now to restore your vitality naturally. These aren't exotic supplements or expensive treatments. They're simple whole foods that boost nitric oxide, open up your blood vessels, and help you feel like yourself again. So stay with me, because what we're about to uncover might just be the first real solution you've heard in years. Let's start with something you probably never expected to hear in a conversation about sexual health. Beets. Yes, that deep red, earthy root vegetable sitting quietly in the corner of your grocery store might just be the most powerful tool to unlock better blood flow, stronger erections, and a healthier, more responsive manhood. Here's why. Beets are rich in something called natural nitrates. When you eat them, your body turns those nitrates into nitric oxide, a molecule absolutely vital to circulation. It's what tells your blood vessels to relax and expand, especially in sensitive areas. And when those vessels open up, blood flows in more fully, more easily, and more consistently. Now here's the kicker. As we age, particularly after 60, our natural nitric oxide levels begin to drop. Slowly at first, then faster. And that drop leads to stiffness. Not the good kind. The kind that tightens your blood vessels, limits flow, and leaves your most important tissue feeling sluggish, weak, even crampy. You might have noticed it yourself, that strange pressure or tightness during arousal. Not quite pain, but not comfortable either. That's not just in your head. That's a warning, a signal that the blood simply isn't reaching where it needs to go. And this is where beets shine. They work like a natural primer, softening your blood vessels, energizing your circulation, and helping your body deliver what it's been struggling to provide. More oxygen, more nutrients, more life down there. One of my patients, a retired firefighter in his mid-60s, had been silently battling these exact issues. He wasn't ready to go on pills, didn't want the side effects, but felt like he was slowly fading. I recommended one simple thing, a glass of beet juice every morning. Within a week, he called me and said, "Doc, I woke up today and I felt like me again." That's the power of beets. Nothing flashy, nothing artificial, just raw, natural support that helps your body do what it was always meant to do. And you don't need to drink juice if that's not your style. Roasted beets in a salad, blended into a smoothie, even shredded into a slaw, all of these methods work. The key is consistency. Because the truth is, you're not broken. You're just undernourished. With a little support, those stiff, struggling blood vessels can remember how to open, how to carry life again, how to restore sensation, strength, and confidence in ways that medication simply can't replicate. And if beets are the spark, the first step in waking up your circulation, the next food we're about to explore, it could be the fuel that keeps the fire burning. Imagine a summer afternoon, you're sitting outside, a slice of cold, juicy watermelon in your hands. It tastes sweet, it cools you down, and it makes you feel alive. But here's what most people don't know. That simple fruit, it's more than a refreshing treat. Watermelon is a natural enhancer, a powerful ally in your body's fight to maintain strong, steady blood flow and peak performance as you age. And it all starts with a compound called citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid found in high concentrations in watermelon, especially in the white rind, the part we usually throw away. Once in your body, citrulline gets converted into arginine and then into nitric oxide. Sound familiar? It should. Just like with beets, nitric oxide is the magic molecule that helps relax your blood vessels and improve circulation. But watermelon does it in a slightly different way, a smoother, more sustained boost. Less like a sudden jolt and more like a gentle rising tide. And that matters, because while beets can jumpstart blood flow quickly, watermelon helps sustain it. It supports your blood vessels' flexibility, giving them what they need to stay responsive over time, not just for a night or a weekend, but for the long run. That's especially important for older men who feel like they're running out of steam too early. You're mentally ready, emotionally present, but physically, your body just isn't keeping up. Watermelon helps you catch up. In fact, one study from Texas A&M University found that citrulline from watermelon may work in a similar way to popular performance-enhancing medications, but naturally, gently, and without the side effects. No headaches, no pressure spikes, just better function. And don't worry, you don't have to eat the entire melon to get results. You can juice it, blend it, even grill it for a savory twist. Some men even take citrulline supplements derived directly from watermelon, especially if they want a more concentrated effect. But again, it's not about massive doses, it's about daily support. Small, steady changes that add up over time. I had a patient in his early 70s, a retired music teacher who loved gardening. He started eating a bowl of watermelon in the afternoons while working outside. He said it wasn't just his circulation that improved, it was his energy, his mood, even his sleep. He felt more in tune with himself, as he put it. And that's the point. This isn't just about sexual health, it's about whole body vitality. When your blood is flowing freely, everything works better. Your brain, your heart, your muscles, and yes, your confidence. Watermelon may seem simple, but inside that bright red flesh is a quiet revolution, a way to nourish your body without fear, without chemicals, and without shame. Next, we'll explore a surprising food that most people associate with breakfast, but that's secretly one of the most potent testosterone boosters nature ever made. What if the key to restoring your strength, drive, and hormones was sitting right there on your breakfast plate? I'm talking about eggs. Yes, plain, ordinary eggs. Scrambled, boiled, poached, however you like them. For years, they were unfairly demonized. We were told they were bad for the heart, bad for cholesterol, bad for aging men. But guess what? Science is finally setting the record straight. And the truth, eggs are one of the most complete and powerful foods you can eat, especially as you get older. Let's start with cholesterol. Most people don't realize this, but cholesterol is the raw material your body uses to make testosterone. That's right. You need cholesterol, good, healthy dietary cholesterol, to keep your hormones balanced. And eggs. They're packed with it, the kind your body actually knows how to use. Not only that, but eggs are rich in vitamin D, B vitamins, selenium, and choline. These nutrients work together like a symphony, supporting your brain, your metabolism, and most importantly, your endocrine system. That's the system responsible for hormone production. When a man reaches his 60s or 70s, natural testosterone levels begin to drop. It's a quiet shift. You don't notice it all at once. But suddenly you're more tired, less focused. Your drive fades. Your muscle tone softens, and intimacy becomes more difficult. But food can change that. In one study, older men who ate eggs daily showed higher testosterone levels and better physical performance. They weren't taking any drugs, no fancy supplements, just real food consistently. And don't worry, eating eggs doesn't increase your risk of heart disease. In fact, more recent research shows that moderate egg consumption is perfectly safe for most people. It may even be protective. But here's something else most men overlook: choline. This is a nutrient most people don't get enough of, and yet it plays a massive role in sexual function, memory, and even mood. Where can you get it? Eggs. One large egg contains around 150 milligrams of choline, and it's concentrated in the yolk. That's why skipping the yolks to eat healthy actually deprives you of the most powerful part. So don't fear the yolk, embrace it. A couple of eggs in the morning can fuel your hormones, feed your brain, and set the tone for the entire day. And if you're combining them with other blood flow-friendly foods like beets or watermelon, you're building a foundation of strength that pharmaceuticals alone can't match. I once had a 68-year-old client who told me, "Doc, I don't feel like myself anymore." We talked through his habits, and breakfast was the first thing we changed. No more sugary cereal, no more low-fat nonsense, just 2 eggs, a little avocado, and some greens. Within weeks, he said he was waking up with more energy. He was lifting more at the gym. And most importantly, he felt like a man again. The secret wasn't in a bottle. It was in the fridge. Up next, we'll talk about something that might be sitting in your spice rack right now, but could be the most powerful weapon of all when it comes to circulation and performance. What if I told you there's a spice in your kitchen right now that could help restore blood flow, supercharge your stamina, and even boost your testosterone? No prescription, no side effects, just one tiny, fragrant ingredient: clove. That's right. Clove, the same spice you might use in holiday baking or warm teas, turns out to be a powerhouse when it comes to men's health. Let's start with circulation. As men age, blood flow to critical areas begins to slow. Not because the desire disappears, but because the vessels responsible for delivering blood become less flexible. The result: weaker erections, less sensitivity, and a frustrating drop in performance. But clove contains powerful compounds like eugenol that naturally support blood vessel health. Eugenol helps relax and open up blood vessels, making it easier for blood to flow where it's needed most. And when blood flows better, so does everything else. In fact, studies show that clove extract increases nitric oxide production, the same compound responsible for the effects of certain well-known blue pills. Nitric oxide widens blood vessels, lowers blood pressure, and improves oxygen delivery throughout the body, including down there. But clove doesn't stop at blood flow. It's also a natural testosterone booster. In animal studies, clove extract significantly raised testosterone levels and improved sexual performance. And while more human studies are underway, early research is promising, especially when paired with a healthy lifestyle. Clove also has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, 2 key factors that protect hormone production as we age. You see, inflammation and oxidative stress are silent destroyers. They attack your glands, sap your energy, and mess with your metabolism. But clove fights back. There's more. Clove is rich in manganese, a trace mineral most people overlook. Manganese supports reproductive health, nerve function, and enzyme production. In fact, just 1 teaspoon of ground clove contains over 50% of your daily manganese needs. Now you're probably wondering, how do I actually use it? You don't need much. A pinch goes a long way. Sprinkle ground clove into your morning coffee. Add it to smoothies. Mix it with cinnamon and ginger for a hormone-supporting tea, or even stir it into Greek yogurt with a little honey. Just be consistent. I had one client, 72 years old, who started drinking clove tea every evening. Nothing fancy, just warm water, a cinnamon stick, and a pinch of clove. 2 weeks later, he came back and said, "Doc, I don't know what's in that tea, but I feel more alive than I have in months." And that's the beauty of nature. Sometimes the answers aren't hidden in a lab. They're growing on trees, sitting on spice racks, waiting to be rediscovered. So if you're looking for a natural way to restore what time has slowly taken away, start with clove. It's simple, it's powerful, and it just might be the most underrated health tool you've never tried. Let's talk about the bigger picture. Because at this point you might be thinking, okay, I get it, testosterone, blood flow, nutrients. But where do I start? What's the natural path forward that actually works for someone my age? That's a fair question. And the truth is, it's not just about one vitamin, one habit, or even one superfood. It's about how all the pieces come together to support your body's built-in blueprint for energy, confidence, and performance, no matter your age. Think of it like this. You wouldn't expect your car to run well if you only changed the oil, but ignored the tires, the brakes, or the engine. Your body works the same way. If you want lasting vitality, you need a whole system approach. So what does that look like? First, you nourish your hormones. That means making sure you're getting key nutrients every day. Vitamin D3, vitamin B12, vitamin E. These aren't just helpful, they're essential. They're the fuel your body needs to make testosterone support nerve health and protect your cells from damage. Next, support your circulation. Without good blood flow, even the healthiest hormones can't do their job. Add foods rich in nitric oxide boosters like beets and leafy greens. Use warming spices like clove and cinnamon. Move your body daily, even just 15 minutes of walking helps your arteries stay flexible and responsive. Third, protect your brain and sleep. Your mind and body are not separate. Poor sleep drains testosterone. High stress kills your drive. Start simple cut blue light at night. Practice breathing exercises. Try magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds or dark chocolate to calm your nervous system. And finally, stay connected. Believe it or not, physical affection, laughter, and community boost oxytocin and reduce cortisol. Two hormones that deeply impact libido recovery and overall well-being. A hug, a good conversation, a shared goal with your partner. These small moments create big changes. Now here's the most powerful part. None of this requires a prescription. None of this depends on your age. It's all about choices, little consistent choices, stacked over time. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even late 80s reclaim their spark. Not by chasing youth, but by supporting the body they have today with wisdom, intention, and respect. So if you're listening right now, and part of you feels like that chapter of your life is closed, I want you to hear this clearly. It's not over. You're not broken. And it's never too late to turn things around. The natural path forward isn't magic. It's biology. When you finally give your body the tools it's been asking for. Start today, just one step. And if this message has resonated with you, if you found even one idea worth trying, stick around, because we're just getting started. If you've made it this far, then you already know your health after 60 isn't a downward spiral. It's a choice. And the power to feel stronger, sharper, and more alive still lives in you. Every small change matters. Every healthy habit builds momentum. And every step forward, no matter how late you start, brings you closer to the energy, confidence, and joy you truly deserve. But now it's your turn. What part of today's message spoke to you most? Was it the part about natural testosterone support, the importance of sleep, or the simple truth that you're not alone in this journey? Scroll down and let me know in the comments. Your story, your questions, your struggles. They matter. And when you share, you're not just helping yourself, you're lighting the way for someone else. And if you found value in this message, if it made you pause, reflect, or even feel a spark of hope, then please tap that subscribe button. This channel is a space for honest, empowering conversations about aging well, living fully, and reclaiming your health one day at a time. We've got more to uncover, more truths to share, and more lives to uplift. So don't miss what's coming next. You've come this far. Let's keep going together.